Hey there. Have you ever found yourself wishing you could boost your brain power and think more critically? Well, in this video, I've got some exciting critical thinking exercises to share with you that will do just that. Let's kick things off by talking about the concept of critical thinking. It's not just about thinking harder, but thinking smarter. Critical thinking is essential for problem solving and decision making in both our personal and professional lives. Critical thinking skills are essential in today's fast-paced and complex world. It's not enough to simply memorize facts and regurgitate information. To truly succeed, you need to be able to analyze, evaluate, and synthesize information in a logical and coherent manner. Alright, so you want to boost your critical thinking skills, huh? Well, you've come to the right place, but before we continue, can you kindly do us a favor by subscribing to our channel? Thanks for doing that, and let me tell you, there are no games or tricks involved in this process. Nope, just good old-fashioned brain power and a little bit of elbow grease. So how can you boost your critical thinking skills without relying on games or tricks? The key lies in developing a few key habits and practices that will help you become a more effective and analytical thinker. First and foremost, it's important to ask questions. Don't just accept information at face value. Question everything. Ask yourself why something is the way it is, how it came to be that way, and what the implications are. By asking questions, you can uncover hidden assumptions, biases, and logical fallacies that may be present in the information you're presented with. Next, it's important to seek out diverse perspectives. Don't just rely on one source of information. Seek out multiple viewpoints and opinions. This will help you see the bigger picture and understand different sides of an issue. By exposing yourself to diverse perspectives, you can challenge your own assumptions and broaden your understanding of the world. Another key practice to boost your critical thinking skills is to evaluate evidence carefully. Don't just accept information because it sounds convincing. Take the time to evaluate the evidence supporting it. Look for credible sources, check for bias, and consider the context in which the information was presented. By evaluating evidence carefully, you can separate fact from fiction and make more informed decisions. In addition, it's important to practice active listening. When engaging in discussions or debates, make an effort to truly listen to what others are saying. Don't just wait for your turn to speak. Actively engage with the ideas and arguments being presented. By practicing active listening, you can better understand different perspectives and engage in more meaningful and productive conversations. Furthermore, it's important to practice empathy. Put yourself in the shoes of others and try to understand their perspectives and motivations. By practicing empathy, you can develop a deeper understanding of human behavior and make more informed decisions based on the needs and desires of others. It's important to practice reflection. Take the time to reflect on your own thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions. Consider why you think the way you do, where your beliefs come from, and how they influence your decision-making. By practicing reflection, you can become more self-aware and develop a more critical and analytical mindset. Note that you've got to start questioning everything like we discussed earlier in the video. I mean everything. Don't just accept things at face value. Ask yourself why things are the way they are. Why do we do things a certain way? Is there a better way to do it? Don't be afraid to challenge the status quo. Next, you've got to start thinking outside the box. Don't limit yourself to conventional thinking. Get creative. Think of new solutions to old problems. Look at things from different perspectives. You never know what kind of brilliant ideas might come to you if you just let your mind wander a bit. Another important aspect of boosting your critical thinking skills is to gather as much information as possible. Knowledge is power, my friend. The more you know, the better equipped you'll be to analyze and evaluate situations. So read books, watch documentaries, listen to podcasts, whatever it takes to expand your mind. But here's the thing, don't just passively consume information. You've got to actively engage with it. Take notes, ask questions, make connections between different pieces of information. The more you interact with the material, the better you'll understand it, and the more you'll be able to apply it in real-world situations. Now let's talk about problem solving. This is where critical thinking really shines. When faced with a problem, don't just jump to the first solution that comes to mind. Take a step back, analyze the situation, break it down into smaller parts, and then come up with a plan of attack. And hey, don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it. Two heads are better than one, right? And speaking of collaboration, that leads me to my next point. Surround yourself with people who challenge you. People who have different perspectives, different backgrounds, different ways of thinking. Engaging in discussions with these folks will not only broaden your horizons, but also push you to think more critically about the world around you. Now, let's talk about self-reflection. This is a crucial aspect of boosting your critical thinking skills. Take the time to reflect on your own thoughts and actions. Why do you believe what you believe? Are your beliefs based on evidence or emotion? Are there any biases or assumptions clouding your judgment? By being honest with yourself and constantly evaluating your own thought processes, you'll become a more effective critical thinker. And finally, practice, practice, practice. Like any skill, critical thinking takes time and effort to develop. So don't get discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Keep challenging yourself, keep seeking out new information, keep engaging with different perspectives. The more you practice, the stronger your critical thinking skills will become. So there you have it, my friend. A no-nonsense guide to boosting your critical thinking skills. No games, no tricks, just good old-fashioned brain power. So go out there and start questioning, thinking creatively, gathering information, problem-solving, collaborating, self-reflecting, and practicing. Your brain will thank you. Boosting your critical thinking skills doesn't have to involve games or tricks. By developing key habits and practices, such as asking questions, seeking out diverse perspectives, evaluating evidence carefully, practicing active listening, practicing empathy, and practicing reflection, you can become a more effective and analytical thinker. So take the time to cultivate these habits and watch your critical thinking skills soar. To wrap things up, let's recap the benefits of regularly practicing critical thinking exercises. By challenging yourself with these activities, you can improve your decision-making abilities, enhance your creativity, and become a more effective problem solver. So why wait? Start implementing these exercises today for a sharper mind tomorrow. I encourage you to try out the exercises shared in this video and share your experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks on boosting your brain power. Together, let's exercise our minds and unlock our full potential.